Hello children, today we shall take up a very important topic, tenses. Let's see what are tenses. Tenses are the form taken by a verb to show the time of an action or the state of an event. Now there are three types of tenses, the present tense, the past tense and the future tense. As already said, there are three types of tenses, present tense, past tense, future tense. And each of these types, they are further divided into four types. Like in the present tense, we have present simple tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense, present perfect continuous tense. In the past tense, we have past simple tense, past continuous tense, past perfect tense, and past perfect continuous tense. In the future tense, we have future simple tense, future continuous tense, future perfect tense, future perfect continuous tense. Now we will understand this better with this diagram given here. As you see, there are three types of tenses, present, past and future. And they are further divided into four types. Let's understand this with the help of an example. Now in the simple present, we have an example. It is, I play football. Now play is the verb and it is in which tense? Present tense. I play football. Present continuous. Now what's the meaning of continuous? Continuous means the action is going on. And when the action is going on, it is ing. So I am playing football. Present perfect, the action is done. But in the present tense, I have played football. Ed, the verb we had there, ed. Present perfect continuous, the action is done and is continuous in the present tense. I have been playing football. Coming to the past tense, simple past tense, I played football. Ed, played. It's in the past tense, but in the simple past. Past continuous, the action is to go on, right? So I was playing football. Was playing. Past perfect, I had played football. The action is done in the past tense and it's complete. Past perfect continuous, I had been playing football. Past perfect, the action done and is in the ing form. Future tense, simple future, I will play football. Future continuous, I will be playing football. Future perfect, I would have played football. And future perfect continuous, I would have been playing football. Now one thing that you can note, in the last type, the perfect continuous, you have the word being common and it's in which continuous form, so ing. So when you have being and ing coming, you must remember that they are in the perfect continuous tense and you must find out whether it's in the present, past or future. So let's have a little recap of what we've already done. We spoke about tenses and the definition that tenses simply means time. It indicates the time of action. There are three types of tenses, present, past, future. Present talks about at the time of speaking. Past is already taken place or before. Future expected to take place at a certain time in the future. And each of these three types, they are further divided into four forms. Present tense, we have simple present tense, present continuous, present perfect continuous. In the past tense, we have simple past tense, past continuous tense, past perfect tense and past perfect continuous. In the future tense, we have simple future tense, future continuous, future perfect tense and future perfect continuous tense. Let's review on our next topic, articles. Now this topic too is very important when it comes to your writing skills. Now what are the types of articles? Or rather before that, we'll see what are the definition. An article is a word that modifies or describes the noun. It is used before the noun to show whether it refers to something specific or not. So article modifies noun. Now what are the types of articles? We have two types, definite and indefinite. Now definite article, there is only one example of definite and that is the. Now the is called a definite article and it is used to indicate something specific. We use the with the word like cinema, theatre, radio, seaside, etc. Now let us understand with an example. We go to the cinema every Saturday. Here we talk about a cinema which you go to, but not any cinema. It's a specific one. So therefore we put the cinema. Can you turn on the radio please? We're talking about the radio, but a specific one, not any radio. Therefore we put the radio. Shall we go to the beach today? the specifying a particular beach, not any beach. Now coming to the second kind of article, that is indefinite. The was definite article. Now in the indefinite, children, we have two, a and an. Let's take up an first, the article an. Now an is used before a word beginning with a vowel sound. Now we know the vowels letters in English. Which are the vowel letters? A, E, I, O, U. These are the vowel sounds. And whenever these five appear, we have to put the article an in front of it. Remember, we don't go by the alphabet, we go by the sound. Example, an apple, an elephant, an idiot, an orange, an umbrella. Now there are exceptions when we are talking about articles. Some of these examples are an R. Now when we say R, we don't say the H is silent and R, okay? So the sound O is given there. We don't go by the alphabet H. So an R, likewise in the others, an honest man, an heir, an honorable idea. Coming to the second indefinite, we have a. A is used before a word beginning with a consonant sound. Consonant letters in the English alphabets. Now we know in the English alphabet there are 26 letters. Out of those, now we already know 5 are used when we use the article an. The remaining alphabets are used for A or A. Those remaining are B, C, D, F, G, H, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Example, a boy, a cat, a dog, a fight, a gym, a horse, a joke, a kite, a lion, a mirror. Now exceptions here, because we go by the sound, a one-eyed dog, a European, a user, a united front, a university, a unicycle. Now here we don't go by the alphabet U and put an, but we go by the sound university, that is YU, that is the sound. Therefore it will be a university. Now there are examples when to use a and an. Let's see them. When mentioning something for the first time, I went for a movie. You are mentioning it for the first time, so we put a movie. When talking about something which belongs to a set of the same thing, like this is a pen, so we write a pen because it belongs to a set of things. When talking about someone who belongs to a certain group, she is an engineer. We're talking about somebody belonging to a certain group. So when you talk about a certain group, we put an. When talking about a certain kind of a thing, I have made a great movie. When wanting to say that someone is a certain kind of person, we say she is a shy person. Now let's have a recap of what we've done about articles. We first saw the definition of an article. An article is a word that modifies or describes a noun. Types of article: definite article, indefinite articles. And when we use a and an, it is used for, a is used for consonant sound and an is used before a vowel. Our next topic is modal auxiliary. Let's see the definition. Modal auxiliaries generally express a speaker's attitude or moods. For example, modals can express that a speaker feels something is necessary, advisable, permissible, possible, or probable, and in addition, they can convey the strength of these attitudes. Now the examples are given here: can, could, may, might, must, ought to, shall, should, will, would. All these are modal auxiliaries. Now we can understand this better with the help of this table given here. Now we know can and could as the modal verbs there. And these can and could shows what? What is the type? Ability. Now what do you mean by ability? Means you can do it, no? Can, could. So example, David can speak 3 languages. He could speak fluent French when he was 5. So we talk about the ability using can and could. Now can, could and may comes under the type permission. Examples: can I sit in that chair please? Could I open the window? May I borrow your dictionary? So these are the examples which talk about permission. We have should. Now should, what is the type there? Advise. It talks about examples. You should visit your dentist at least twice a year. You should try to lose weight. That's talking about advice. and we use the verb should. Now we have must and have to, and they come under the type obligation. Obligation is something that is to be done. You're supposed to do it. I must memorize all of these rules about tenses. You have to take off your shoes before you get into the mosque. And the last is possibility. Might, may, can, could. It looks nice, but it might be very expensive. We're talking about something which looks nice, but expensive. Richard may be coming to see us tomorrow. So you have these under possibility. Coming to the recap now, let's recap what we have already done. We have the definition, modal auxiliaries. It is a verb that is used with another verb to express a mood or tense. And the different examples of modal auxiliary: can, could, may, might, must, ought to, shall, should, will, would. Thank you.